Welcome back to Minglewood Hall as we get set for the V3 Featherweight Championship. And here comes T.J. Brown from Little Rock, Arkansas, fighting out of Westside MMA. A perfect 8-0 as he gets set to take on Jesse James Wallace for the vacant championship. T.J. Brown, considered by many to be the best featherweight lightweight in the Mid-South area. He is as good as advertised.
One word, electrified. This guy, I love watching him fight. He's phenomenal. He is a phenom coming in here. This kid should not be an amateur. Watch him fight. He is absolutely devastating.
Well, coaches feel he's ready to turn pro, but he would like to get his first V3 amateur belt before he does. Now, here's the question. Had to take a huge weight loss for this fight. Will that be a factor?
You know, he actually did it right. He had a dietitian come in. He had a nutritionist. They planned a meal for him. They planned his meals. They planned his diet, and he lost it very well. He didn't look drained or tired at the weigh-in, so I think he did it okay.
Well, he was walking over 180 before accepting the fight. His team, as you mentioned, brought in a nutrition specialist, and he is ready to go. And so is the colorful Jesse James Wallace, who now gets set to head our way through the crowd here at Minglewood Hall. Horn Lake, Mississippi product from Bang Gym. Tough as nails, former V3 featherweight champion who defended it several times until he lost last year to Trip Carter in a controversial early stoppage. He would love to get another title.
Man, I'll tell you what, Jesse James Wallace, one of my favorite fighters here. This guy's a phenom too. He shouldn't be an amateur for very much longer. Both of these going at it is an absolute treat for everybody. This is going to be a great fight.
As good as Jesse is, he is looked at as a huge underdog for this one. Trains at Bang Gym with Jerry Rowe, Amberlyn Orr, Zach Wallace, and many more. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, brought to you by Ink Tattoo. T.J. Brown from Little Rock is 22 years of age. 5'9", 145. He's a boxer and a perfect 8-0, as I mentioned. Meanwhile, Jesse James Wallace from Horn Lake, Mississippi. He's 20, 5'10", 145. Jiu-jitsu specialist, and he is 13-3. Let's get the introduction of the two with Michael Kelly.
V3 Legion, this championship bout is brought to you by Ink Tattoo. And it's set for three-minute rounds for the vacant V3 featherweight title. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge of all the action will be Dave Ferguson. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears the white trunks with the black trim. At 5 feet 9 inches, he weighed in at 145 pounds. A boxer with a perfect MMA record of 8 wins and no losses. Representing Westside MMA and fighting out of Little Rock, Arkansas, T.J. Brown. And across the cage, his adversary fighting out of the red corner. He wears the white trunks with the pink trim. At 5 feet 10 inches, he weighed in at 145 pounds. A jiu-jitsu fighter with an MMA record of 13 wins and 3 losses. Representing Bang and fighting out of Horn Lake, Mississippi, Jesse James Wallace.
Dave Ferguson, third man in the cage for this V3 Featherweight Championship.
Okay, guys, if you give your instructions beforehand, make sure you protect yourself at all times. Listen to all my instructions. Any questions from the blue corner, from the red corner? Touch them up, let's fight.
Two good ones, Rick. How do you see it?
Man, I'm not going to call this fight. I'm just going to sit back, watch it, and be a fan.
And commentate.
And commentate, of course.
Three-minute rounds, round one. Here we go. Wallace and Brown. Two skilled fighters.
Wallace is very deceptive with his technique and skill. And TJ, you know, he's got flair.
Brown, great boxing and stand-up, solid jiu-jitsu.
Ooh, he took one there.
Nice kick by Wallace. Oh, another one with the left, a glancing blow.
If you could say Wallace.
Oh, nice right by Brown.
I was just going to say Wallace has great body control. But TJ with a great punch. He's got Jesse in big trouble.
Big ground and pound right there by TJ Brown. Wallace tried for the little deke in the takedown, and Brown's coming back for more. He's got Wallace's legs locked up, and he's letting him fly with the lefts and the rights.
I'll tell you what, TJ does not stop. He hits you from everywhere. I don't think he's going to let Wallace stand up.
Good body punch right there.
Wallace seems a bit overmatched by TJ's power right now.
I mean, a lot of those are being blocked, but that one got through. Those hammer strikes got through.
Oh, he got a nice arm bar, but TJ got out of it.
Again, Wallace covering his face. Brown trying to pound here.
Tell you what, Jesse James Wallace looks a little... Oh, he looks dead.
Oh, he got caught with the right.
Jesse's in trouble.
Now he looks for the takedown. I mean, how much of it is a little possum? I mean, he's taking the blows, but he's looking for that big takedown, and then he gets back on his feet.
I'm not sure what he's doing. He looks dead tired. He's getting out with no defense.
Well, that was a nice kick. I mean, he looks... Gosh,
Oh!
How about that?
Spinning back fist, and it landed.
It landed perfectly on Wallace, but Wallace back on his feet. Again, you look at the face of Wallace, it does look like he's plumb tuckered out. I can't believe that for a second, though, that he can be that tired 2 minutes in.
No way. Jesse James Wallace trains like a madman.
I mean, is he trying to lure Brown into a
Nice
false sense of security?
takedown.
Right?
He may be. You're right.
I mean, he's taken a punishment many times in his career, and he's dished it out, and he's come back and he's won fights, so...
He's taking a lot of hits in this one, though.
He really has. Again, good ground and pound by Brown. Those hammer fists, those strikes are getting through.
Brown's getting tired from all the punches.
Well, again, I thought Wallace was possibly playing a little possum there.
Man, Wallace will not let him go.
20 seconds to go in the first round. It's been a round dominated by TJ Brown. But you never say never when it comes to Wallace. Oh, nice little combination of the knee and then the right hand. Brown, maybe a little winded here. Wild miss. Oh! The left tags Wallace, and then a big right.
Well,
Final seconds of the first round here.
I don't think David's going to stop this.
And it is not stopped. We're going to move on to a second round, but Wallace got tagged. You're watching V3 Fights.
Your winner and new V3 Featherweight Champion.
My gosh, boy, he is unleashing. We may be watching the best.
This guy is super tough. You are not getting out of that. It is over.
Sammy Lewis! Ready,
For the Bantamweight Championship in V3 Fights. What a display of MMA. Welcome back to Minglewood Hall, the V3 Featherweight Championship, round 2. Here we go, a very eventful round 1, Rick.
I'll tell you what, that spinning back fist turned into a spinning elbow, and it caught Jesse James right on the head in that end of the first round. Jesse looks renewed.
This is a vacant title.
Man, I don't know if that was a strategy to take that first round.
I'm telling you. Nice kick by Wallace.
Nice.
Now he looks for the takedown. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Submarine move by Wallace.
That was beautiful by Jesse James Wallace.
Brown unbeaten at 8-0. Wallace is 13-3. Wallace is a former V3 featherweight champion. He wants the belt back. Brown wants it for the first time. They're both fighting like they want it.
This is nonstop action.
Big slam by Brown.
I'll tell you what. This is billed to be a great fight, and it's living up to the expectations.
Oh, a nice tag right there from Brown with the right.
TJ's tired.
Well, he's thrown the bulk of the punches in this fight, probably 90% of them.
Oh, my gosh. He looks dead tired right now, and...
Well, he turned for a second. He turned his back. That could have been dangerous.
Jesse doesn't even look like he fought the first round.
Very awkward collision there. There's Brown with another big right, but he does look winded. But Wallace looked winded in the first round, although I think we'll both agree now, he was playing a bit of possum.
I'll tell you what, he looked like he was a little bit.
I mean, he took those shots. No doubt they hurt, and he almost got knocked out.
He almost got knocked out a few times.
Right, but again, he knows what he's doing. He's a smart fighter. Can't continue to take a beating. And again, when you're talking judges' cards, if it goes that far, it looks pretty impressive for TJ Brown. It's Tony Martin, Scott Cardo, and Kevin Haynes that'll be judging this thing if we go to the scorecards.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is great. This is fun to watch. Right now, Jesse's really not working the submission right now. He's just kind of playing a defense from TJ's punches.
Under a minute to go in the second round, but I think it's pretty clear that Wallace is going to have to try to do something, get him into some type of choke and have him submit, because he's not been the active fighter. The active fighter's been TJ Brown.
Well, at the beginning of the fight, it was Jesse, but then it switched a little bit before halfway through into TJ being the more aggressive fighter. Ooh, and those are right to the back of the head.
I mean, wouldn't you agree Brown has won the first 2 rounds?
Not yet, Greg. We got another 25 seconds so we can see what Jesse does. But TJ definitely is up in the first round for sure.
Under 20 to go. That's more ground and pound from TJ Brown.
Now I definitely agree with you.
Final seconds. Oh, good left right there. That hit flush on Wallace's face. Another one, a third, but this one is going to go to a third and decisive round for the V3 Featherweight Championship. You're watching V3 Fights.
Your winner and new V3 Featherweight Champion!
My gosh, boy, he is unleashing. We may be watching the best.
This guy is super tough. You are not getting out of that. It is over.
Sammy Lewis! Ready!
For the Bantamweight Championship in V3 Fights. What a display of MMA. This round for all the marbles. Round 3, here we go. V3 Featherweight Championship. It's vacant. Either TJ Brown or Jesse James Wallace are going to come away with the belt.
Great left there by TJ. 2 lefts in a row by TJ.
To distinguish between the two, Wallace with the colorful hair and the tattoos.
Great kick this round. Jesse James doing most of the damage with his legs.
He is. Oh, that's a good kick to the leg of Brown. Now 4 kicks from Wallace and a 5th.
Jesse's going to have to do something this round because from the looks that from us watching, it looks like he lost the first 2 rounds.
Right, exactly. I'm waiting for him again to. There it is. I was just waiting for that.
Oh, TJ stopped it perfectly.
Well, he's tried it 3-4 times, so TJ was waiting, and these are 2 very good defensive fighters, but especially TJ Brown. And now you put Wallace into a tough situation here with under 2 because, again, we believe he's behind on the scorecards.
Yeah, but a jiu-jitsu fighter can do most of their damage from their back. So that's Jesse James's plan right here, of course. And TJ just you can see he's staying away from him. He's keeping distance away, and he's not falling into any tricks and traps.
I like what Wallace was doing, though. He was actually countering and throwing punches himself from his back, which we didn't see in the earlier rounds. Under a minute and a half to go. Brown from Little Rock, Arkansas, Westside MMA. Wallace from Horn Lake, Mississippi, and Bang
has
Gym.
that arm bar. TJ's just so strong at this weight.
Oh, a nice strike from Wallace, another one.
Jesse James has great head movement on the ground. He's got better head movement on the ground than he does standing.
He spent most of the fight on his back. He's very good. Oh, Brown missed with the left there.
Oh, he hit the canvas right there.
He did. And again, Wallace is scoring more in this round. You're absolutely right. From his back, laying there and just scoring. But here comes Brown. He got the left loose. Oh, again, Wallace fights back. But I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's just not enough power to knock him out, do damage. He's scoring, but he's not scoring enough.
Yeah, they're going back and forth here, and unless he can do some type of move here.
TJ's just too strong and just rips right out of it.
It's a factor time now, and it's winding down on Jesse James Wallace. Boy, he's like a pretzel right now as Brown continues to pound away with that left. He's been primarily going with the left. Under 10 seconds to go in the 3rd round. Wallace trying to keep him at bay. He's taking a lot of punishment here late. Brown got those hands loose, and they're powerful. And we are going to go to the scorecards. Rick McCracken, the 2, embrace a great fight. But you got to think T.J. Brown is going to be the new V3 featherweight champion.
I did not want that fight to end. God, that was a great fight. Yeah, T.J. Brown, that was probably one of his toughest opponents to date in Jesse James Wallace. I feel for the kid. He's absolutely dynamic in everything he does. Kid doesn't not succeed in anything, but T.J. looked like he's a better fighter tonight.
He's the perfect example, Jesse James Wallace, of a gamer. In sports, a gamer. You know what that means, folks? He's always ready to put on a show. They put on a show. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the decision. You're watching V3 Fights.
Your winner and new V3 featherweight champion.
My gosh, boy, he is unleashing. We may be watching the best.
This guy is super tough. You are not getting out of that. It is over.
Sammy Lewis! Ready,
For the Bantamweight Championship in V3 Fights. What a display of MMA. Welcome back to Minglewood Hall. A very entertaining V3 Featherweight Championship. But who is the champion? T.J. Brown or Jesse James Wallace? Let's find out as we go inside the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in the V3 cage at Minglewood Hall, after 3 wonderful rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for the decision. All 3 scoring this one for your winner by unanimous decision. And new V3 featherweight champion, T.J. Brown.
And there it is, in unanimous fashion, T.J. Brown defeats Jesse James Wallace to become the new V3 featherweight champion. And again, an embrace from his opponent, Jesse James Wallace, the former V3 featherweight champion. Now Rick McCracken with our
T.J. Brown, you are in shape, man. What do you do, Zumba?
Man, I just work hard on all of my opponents. Every day I go to the gym, my object is to work hard on everybody. That's my whole goal. Hard work pays, baby.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jesse James Wallace, was that your toughest opponent to date?
Well, I'm going to tell you like this. All respect to Jesse James Wallace. By no means did I underestimate him, but I'm going to tell you, that boy right there is tough. That sucker's tough, man. I think he was playing possum a few times.
Yeah, that's what we was thinking there. He looked like he was dead tired in that first round, but he come out in the second and was mixing it up, man. Great fight. You controlled a lot of it. You had great ground and pound, man. We were impressed with everything. Congratulations on the belt. Anything else you want to say?
You know, first and foremost, I want to thank my coaches, Matt Hamilton, Rolly Delgado. If it wasn't for them, none of this would be possible. Thank you, everybody that's trained with me throughout my training camp. Man, I love y'all. We share this win together. And then last but not least, I want to thank all my sponsors, Innovative Spine Rehab, Game Changer Clothing, All Time Fitness, Raw Strength and Speed. Man, I hope I ain't forgetting nobody. SC Roofing, man. Thank y'all very much. Thank V3 for the opportunity.
New champ, T.J. Brown.
He is a fitness kickboxer instructor for Westside, and now he's the new V3 featherweight champion. He is T.J. Brown. We'll take a timeout and come back with more great action. You're watching V3 Fights.